Okay, that was freaking weird. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel once again. Today I have for you a really just kind of interesting video, I guess. At least I think it's interesting, but it's also a little bit like, wow, you have a problem. But today it is a book haul of all the things that I bought while I was on vacation. I didn't buy anything full price. They had this thrift shop there that had like a whole bunch of book options, and then my boyfriend a little bit spoiled me and bought me like 5 of them, and my mom bought me a bunch of them too, and then I bought myself a bunch of them. So basically I've got problems and we're just gonna jump into it. Okay, so the first book that I picked up was The Dante Club by Matthew Pearl. Basically, the Dante Club is trying to solve these murders that are based off of Dante's Inferno before they get like too crazy and everybody's dead. So that's cool. So I'm really pumped to read that one. The next one is Foul Play by Janet Ivanovich. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what this book is about. I bought it because there's a chicken on it, and it's called Foul Play, and it just really made my day, and I was super like interested just because of that little chicken and foul thing. And I have problems, and yeah, so I don't even know what this is about, but I'm pretty pumped to read it. It's a pretty like thin little read here, so I'm really pumped about that. Alright, so this next book I already read, and it is Life Expectancy by Dean Koontz. My grandma has like every single book that this guy's ever written, and so I was like, okay, maybe I'll check him out. And so then I did, and I was like, holy crap, and so now I'm obsessed with Dean Koontz too. But yeah, so this book is basically about this guy who is born the night that his grandfather dies, and like right before his grandfather dies, he like makes somebody write down these 5 dates that are going to be horrible, awful days for this kid who's about to be born, right? So then he's born, and then it's basically just about like the 5 days that are horrible and awful, and it's really mind-blowing and plot-twisting and just like heartbreaking and funny and like just amazing. So I love this book and I'd highly recommend it, but it is like super thick. Do you see this? But like it doesn't even feel like it just because you'll read through it so fast, just because it's so good. So yeah, but highly recommend this one. And then the next one that I picked up is Pirate Latitudes by Michael Crichton. I've been looking for Jurassic Park or World or whatever it is that he wrote, you know, whatever. I've been looking for that one, but I couldn't find it at the thrift shop, so I settled for this one. And this one is basically the Caribbean in 1665, a remote colony of the English crown, the island of Jamaica holds out against the vast supremacy of the Spanish Empire. Port Royal, its capital, is a cutthroat town of taverns, grog shops, and bawdy houses. In this steamy climate, there's a living to be made, a living that can end swiftly by disease or by dagger. For Captain Charles Hunter, gold in Spanish hands is gold for the taking, and the law of the land rests with those ruthless enough to make it. So basically, it's just about a bunch of pirates stealing gold from the Spanish, it sounds like, but I'm pretty excited, so, you know, whatever. Then this next one is actually one that my boyfriend picked out for me. He said it's really good, so I have to read it. And this is The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. Let's see, so I really don't know what any of these are about. I should have like planned ahead, but I was just so excited to share them with you. So here we are. So it says, since his mother's death 6 years ago, Carter Kane has been living out of a suitcase traveling the globe with his father, the brilliant Egyptologist Dr. Julius Kane. But while Carter's been homeschooled, his younger sister Sadie has been living with their grandparents in London. Sadie has just what Carter wants, school friends and a chance at a normal life, but Carter has just what Sadie longs for, time with their father. After 6 years of living apart, the siblings have almost nothing in common until now. On Christmas Eve, Sadie and Carter are reunited when their father brings them to the British Museum with a promise that he's going to make things right. But all does not go according to plan. Carter and Sadie watch as Julius summons a mysterious figure who quickly banishes their father and causes a fiery explosion. I don't think it's a mystery. That figure sounds like Satan, just saying. Soon, Carter and Sadie discover that the gods of ancient Egypt are waking, and the worst of them, Set, has a frightening scheme. To save their father, they must embark on a dangerous journey, a quest that brings them ever closer to the truth about their family and its links to the House of Life, a secret order that has existed since the time of the pharaohs. So, holy crap, that does sound pretty intense, actually. I'm down. I'm soups down. So yeah, I'll be reading this little guy at some point in the future. And then this next one I have read, it's called The Solace of Open Spaces by Gretel Ehrlich, is what I want to say. This one was super thin. I just read it in like a day. Well, actually it took a couple days because it is really thin, but it's also super like wordy, you know, you have to sit there and like ponder the meaning of life while you're reading this. But it's basically about this girl, and she moved from like the big city to Wyoming to like the middle of nowhere, and then kind of just like what she learned in her experiences there, and like how, I don't know, what she, like how she found solace in the open spaces of Wyoming. So that's what this is about, and it was actually pretty good. But I don't know, it was like one of those books that I feel like they'd make you read in like high school just to like analyze it and stuff. But I like that kind of thing, so I enjoyed it. But it's not like a riveting read if you, yeah, it's not story heavy. So the next one I have is The Memory of Love by Linda Olson. And this is one that I found actually at the dollar store, or the Dollar Tree. So I picked it up for $1. And I don't really know what this is about, but it just kind of like caught my attention. It says Marion Flint, in her early 50s, has spent 15 years living a quiet life on the rugged coast of New Zealand. A life that allows the door to her past to remain firmly shut. But a chance meeting with a young boy, Ika, and her desire to help him force Marion to open the Pandora's box of her memory. Seized by a sudden urgency to make sense of her past, she examines each image one by one, her grandfather, her mother, her brother, her lover. Perhaps if she can create order from the chaos, her memories will be easier to carry. Perhaps she'll be able to find forgiveness for the little girl that was her, for the young woman she had been, for the people she left behind. Yeah, still have no idea really what this is about. Basically, an old lady wants to remember her life, so that's cool. But yeah, so it was $1, and I was like, I can read this, and so here I am. And then this one I picked up like just before I left because I was thinking I was going to read it in the car, but that didn't really happen. And it's The Crimson Shard by Teresa Flavin. And this is actually the second book in a series. The first one is called The Black Hope Enigma, and I loved that book so much. And like I didn't think that I would, because it's actually meant for like probably middle school age readers is what I would like say. But basically it's about these two people, Sunny and Blaze. I know they're pretty like ridiculous names, but whatever. But basically they get sucked into paintings and like brought back to like different time periods and all kinds of stuff, but it's all like these adventures centered around like art, and it's pretty cool. I don't know, I was super down for it. So I picked this one up because I wanted to read the second one, but I haven't got around to reading this one yet. So yeah, but I definitely love this series, so I'd highly recommend it, so whatevs. Then the next one that I picked out is The House on Mango Street by Sandra Cisneros. And this one is one that I've heard so much about. It's been like super raved about since I was like in high school, I guess. I don't know, like, I don't know. Again, it's like another one of those ones where like you're supposed to read it and like analyze the meaning of life and all that kind of stuff while you're reading it. But it was super good, and I so much loved this one. It's basically about this girl who's, I think she's Mexican American, pretty sure. She's growing up in Chicago, and yeah, she's growing up in the Latino section of Chicago, and basically it's just about her and growing up and like the life experiences that she has, and how she doesn't want to be like, she doesn't want to grow up to be the stereotype that everybody has already planned out for her. So it's just kind of her growing up, and it's super short. It's kind of like the Solace of Open Spaces one. But yeah, it was super good, so I'd highly recommend it to like everybody because I loved it. Alright, this next one is another one that my boyfriend picked out for me, and it is The House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. There's a scorpion on it, holla. That's pretty much an accurate representation of a scorpion. I've seen plenty of those in my day living in Arizona. But anyway, so it says, Mateo Alecran was not born, he was harvested. His DNA came from El Patron, lord of a country called Opium, a strip of poppy fields lying between the United States and what was once called Mexico. Matt's first cell split and divided inside a petri dish. Then he was placed in the womb of a cow, where he continued the miraculous journey from embryo to fetus to baby. He is a boy now, but most consider him a monster, except for El Patron. El Patron loves Matt as he loves himself, because Matt is himself. As Matt struggles to understand his existence, he is threatened by a sinister cast of characters, including El Patron's power-hungry family, and he is surrounded by a dangerous army of bodyguards. Escape is the only chance Matt has to survive, but escape from the Alacran estate is no guarantee of freedom, because Matt is marked by his difference in ways he doesn't even suspect. Basically, that sounds all kinds of 50 Shades of messed up, but that's cool. So basically it sounds super intense and just disturbing, which is right up my alley, so I'm pretty excited to read this one too. Okay, so the next one I picked up is Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Miracle. And it says 3 holiday romances. I don't know, I just picked it up because it had John Green, who helped write it, and I don't know, I'm down for his books. But it just says an ill-timed storm on Christmas Eve buries the residents of Gracetown under multiple feet of snow and causes quite a bit of chaos. And I'm going to go off on a limb and say that a whole bunch of people fall in love and it's somehow intertwined at the end, and yay! So maybe I'll save this for Christmas or something, you know, Christmas time, December, there's snow. I don't know what that looks like. Who's seen snow before? Not me. Just kidding. I'm feeling soups all kinds of sassy today, but whatever. And then, sorry, the next 2 books that I got are actually, well, they're like on loan or whatever from my boyfriend. He's like, this is the best series of your entire life, so I'm gonna give you my 2, like the first 2. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So here's what we got here. I've got The Warrior Heir by Cinda Williams, Chima, someone. Basically, there's this kid who doesn't know that he's a warrior kind of thing so far, because I'm like 50 pages into this right now, I'm reading it right now. He basically doesn't know that he's like some kind of magical, mystical warrior dude. And so, yeah, people are gonna come kill him, and then yeah, that's what's happening, so that's cool. And then there's this one, which is the second book, and it is The Wizard Heir by the same author. And this one is about a 16-year-old guy named Seth, and he spent the last 3 years getting kicked out of a private school. And pretty sure, yep, there it is, here it is, the trail of magical accidents that follow his wake. So basically he's a wizard and he doesn't know it yet, so it's kind of like Harry Potter, but not so much. Yeah. Wow, he caused a tragic fire at a party after school, so that's cool. Yeah, so basically this is just a series about kids who didn't know they were magical, and I'm actually enjoying The Warrior Heir pretty much so far. Let's see, I'm about 70 pages in. Yeah, this is my bookmark. Isn't that cute? I love the magnetic ones. I'm talking like 600 miles a minute, whatever. And then the last book that I have picked up was at the Dollar Tree, and I picked it up again because I love Ellen Blair Fowler. So I found this at the Dollar Tree and picked it up for $1, and it's their first novel, Beneath the Glitter. And I read this one already, and I'm sorry, but it took so long for me to get through it. I don't know, like, it wasn't that it was like poorly written or anything like that. It was actually really good, and I think it's a beautiful cover, and I'm so proud of those, like, you know, I'm so proud of them for like writing a book. That's so cool. Like, get your dream, do your thing, you know. But I could not for the life of me finish this book. I did finish it, but it took forever. I think it's just not my personal like reading style. It's basically about these 2 sisters, Ava London and I don't even remember the other girl, Sophia. Ava and Sophia London, and then basically their adventures through LA, and like they're chasing their dreams, and then there's these boys, and then someone like accuses them of like murdering someone or something. It gets super intense. No, it's not murder, it's stealing money, pretty sure. Like, stealing money is what it is. And yeah, so it gets super intense, super slowly, but yeah, I don't know. Sorry, my camera cut me off again. But yeah, I'd say this book is really good for like middle-aged kids, girls, but just for me, I wasn't super down for it. But I'm still gonna hold on to it because it's a beautiful cover, and I think it's so great when YouTubers go out and like do such wonderful things, you know? Like, I don't know, I think it's awesome. So yeah, that is everything that I got while I was on vacation. As you can imagine, it was a real struggle trying to find places for all of those books to come home with me. But you know, I did it, and that's how that went. Alright, so that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Go ahead and subscribe, give it a thumbs up because why not? And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!